Okay, we can get this one underway. Let's not go to my training. Let's go to extras, replays, and then we're going to open up this replay that's called Yu-Gi-Oh! So wait, this is an old replay. I'm going to go back out. Hold on. What? Oh, I can see that. We can even use the change replay function to check this. April 16th, 2017. Is that the original date of this replay? Or is this just when you got your hands on it? What is it? You told me it was a 2016 Yukeo replay, which it is. Yeah, I know you did, Magix. I know you did. You cheeky monkey. A lot in Flamer in here. Wait, this is I know all these. Yeah, we know all these players. I've frozen the. All right, we managed to get onto Yukeo. We did it. Alright, let me very quickly say thank you to Dr. Divine for the 3 months in a row. And thanks for Be Wicked for gifting a sub to Daniel. Thanks, Spamwise, for the 500 bits. It's probably the real date, says Yukio. So this is a, what was it? Let's just really quickly check again. April 16th, 2017 replay, which is a year and 2 days ago. Very close to a year ago. So let's see how much Yukio has improved or how much he's declined in the past year. He's playing with Flame. From Team Secret. The only player that I'm not really familiar with here is Davix. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. But we got Flake, Saloti, and Stocky on the other team. Warble, Garble. Narwhal Noah.
I can't
delaying
believe
us even
it's
farther.
been 12 months already.
Yeah, it has been 12 months.
I suppose time does move faster when you are in the event horizon of a supermassive object such as a black hole or in this case, your nose. Much love. Mwah.
For goodness sake. Thanks for the year of subbing, Narwhal Noah. I've never heard that one before. I've never heard that one before. Can we finally get this started? This is such a delay. Okay, I'm going to ignore all your generous alerts for the duration of this replay review. This is courtesy of Ezio's tier, one of Ezio's tier 3 gifted subs. Yukio playing with Flame and Davix. I'm going to call him Davix. That's the great thing about casting. You get to choose the pronunciation of players' names. Like when the RLCS caster is called Flame E. Like, I don't know how they managed to get Flame E out of Flame. If it was Flamey, there would be a Y on the end. And if they want to say E as a standalone letter, surely it would be Flammy, because it's got Flam and then a big E. But they went with Flamey, which I thought was hilarious. And the other team have got Lottie, Flakes, and Stocky. All of these players, except I believe Davix, have played in my stream in the past, so we're quite familiar with them. But this is, like I've already said earlier, about a year old, this replay. Is this an ESL Monthly Finals, am I correct in saying? I believe it is. So we're going to see how much has Yukio improved or declined in the past year. Let me just put the volume up a second, because we don't have any music on at the moment. So let's see what's going on here. Again, this is like a pretty common situation, just a little teammate battle for the boost there. A little bit of disorganization. I believe this is a pickup team. This was Sunday ESL Finals Best of 7. The following ESL Monthly Finals you played with Fairy Peak and won your first ESL Monthly Champion title. Okay, got you. That's to give it a little bit of context there from Yukio. Thanks for the 100 bits, lil dude. I said I was going to ignore alerts, but that was a really easy one. Thanks for that. So, excellent aerial here by Yukio. This is a bit of an awkward spot that he's found himself in. We're going to talk about this replay in the context of real modern Rocket League. So let's think about what is Yukio doing here. Honestly, I've got absolutely no clue. I really don't know, because he's backed off, probably wanting to catch the clear by Stocky, but he's turned the wrong way. Usually people would turn up the wall here and get a really high block on this clear if that's what they're going for. By turning infield, kind of that position is more indicative of intercepting like a pass downfield or a clear down the middle. But Stocky's angle of attack here definitely indicates that he's going to put that one high up the wall. So Yukio just simply turned the wrong way, and then he donated 58 boosts to the atmosphere. Good stuff. And we're staying upfield here. Where on earth are we going? What is this rotation? I don't understand where we're going, Yukio. Like right now, you might be going for goalkeeper bumps. We're going to get inside Yukio's mind here, try and think what is he thinking. He's probably going for goalkeeper bumps, I guess. But when you've got no boost, it's usually not worth trying. Like, people are going to dodge you. They're just going to laugh at you. You're going to come across their goal. And the only person I've seen really make this work is Jesse in 2v2. He somehow manages to bump the entire enemy team with no boost. But yeah, you can see here the problem of rotating in that direction is now we're completely out of boost on the wrong side of the field, and we're catching up. This is an entire... We've driven around the entire field, and we've been out of position the entire time. We're still in a bit of an awkward position. This touch is actually semi-useful. I like that. Oh my goodness. What is going on here with Flame? Yeah, think about what could be happening now if we had just rotated back instead of driving around the field and doing nothing. We would actually be in this position over here. We would already be back, full boost, and we'd be ready on this side of the field to receive a pass, and then with that ball we could either pass it to Flame, pass it back to Devix, or take a long shot. This is just a far superior place to be in. You could rotate back instead of being in the middle of the pitch doing not much for a while. Luckily, his team has done well. They've dealt with it. And this touch is pretty smart. That's a smart back pass, and now he's looking for the run down the line. I like that. What I don't like is Flame has... Well, I don't think that touch from Flame is even attempting to pass the ball to Yukeo. It looks like he's tried to get around the ball and clear it. He should absolutely be passing the ball to Yukeo here, who's made a run down the line. And definitely, don't miss the ball entirely. Good stuff. ESL Monthly Finals right here. Look at that. Oh man, stop pausing. You don't like it when I pause. Okay, I'll try to stop pausing. Where does Johnny live? That's a little bit creepy. Let's get on to the next kickoff. I bet he goes for boost. What a surprise. The boost and the cheat. I'm not a fan of this kickoff myself, because it usually ends up with one player being miles out of the game. I'm okay with the double boost grab. Honestly, in 3v3 these days, because it's pretty easy not to leave the ball isolated in the middle with your kickoff man. But yeah, you might think, all right, Johnny, why don't you like Yukeo going for boost? Well, his teammates cheat. Well, look at the thing I don't like is the fact that Flame and Devix are in the exact same spot. They've kind of clogged one area of the field on purpose, and meanwhile, Yukeo could have been in a really awkward spot if the other team managed to win the kickoff hard off the right-hand wall that's currently in front of us, if they just had a dead ball kickoff and a cheat, or if the ball had just gone flying into their net, which, given how whiffy Devix and Flame have been, that might just happen. Devix might just miss the kickoff and it'll just go in. So what on earth, how does Flakes even read this? I rewound it to find out how Flakes is even up for this. What is that pre-jump? What is this pre-jump? Guys, I'm gonna pause this a lot. That's kind of the point. What is that pre-jump by Flakes? How does this work? This should never work. I don't... Actually, no, he's given up on the pre-jump. He's coming back down. He's like, oh, I'm an absolute beanbag. Never mind, I'm a genius. That's got to be the internal monologue of Flakes here. He's in the air for who knows what reason. And then somehow Yukeo perfectly hits him in the face with the ball. What is this rotation? Very blind stuff here by Yukeo. Driving straight into his teammate. So nobody defended the back post. We're okay though, because the center ball is Garbo. Okay, that's promising. There we go. Nice pass. Yukeo getting carried, or carrying from the bottom, if you will. I'll catch up on all the alerts in a minute, boys. If you have to go before I do catch up on your alert, then I apologize. More cheating and boost grabbing. Like, I guarantee somebody's going to get scored on with a kickoff goal this game. Okay. This is good speed by Yukeo. Good speed. You want to see that from Flame's perspective. We already know that Yukeo is doing a bad rotation. We don't need to look at Flame's POV to find that out. So yeah, you could have just hit that shot better. Simple as that. It wasn't a bad idea to go for the shot. It's a decent little block there. And taking the boost was smart, as they looked like the next player into it was going to be an opponent. Nice block again. A couple of very good blocks here by our friend Yukeo. Still carrying from the bottom though, feels bad. Alright, so I can already hear that I could hear Flame going for boost. This is like what they're doing every single time. It's not really working. If you're gonna consistently lose kickoffs like this, cheating is pointless. Like, you can still go for boost to one person or two at the back, but the cheat is the problem. I don't really see the point in cheating when you're not neutralizing the ball. Yukeo's now out of the game for a while. The previous two kickoffs, it was, well, actually the first kickoff, I think it was Yukeo. Second and third, it was someone else. Like, cheating in 3v3 should really, I think, be something that isn't done as often as it is. I think it puts teams in just as much trouble as it helps them. Good passing out of defense, though. You've shown already, as the Yukeo's very aware, that passing out of defense is overpowered, and you guys might ask, why is that? Why is passing out of defense overpowered? It's because you wrong foot the entire other team usually. They're all going to be rotating around, getting ready to make an interception, getting ready to block your clear, getting ready to challenge. And then if you do one pass out of defense, change the angle of the ball one time, you've usually taken the whole other team out of the game. Now, this is interesting. So, alright, let's look at Yukeo's angle here. The angle of approach indicates that he's trying to hit this ball to the left, because he's flying to the right of the ball. And there's the impact point on the left of the ball, which I would say is unnecessary. Like, hitting that diagonal wall is a lot more difficult for the defense to read, and the ball does bounce out very far into the center of the field for your teammate to follow up on. So I think that was just a little bit of a misplay, a little bit of bad shot selection or pass selection by Yukeo. No real need to hit the ball off the flat part of the wall, because look how easily you can read that, and he still misses because apparently everybody in this lobby is garbage. What on earth is that? He had the read, he had the speed, and then he missed the ball. And Flame has scored. For goodness sake, this doesn't make sense. This should not happen. This should not happen. You don't agree with that cheating thing because the ball stays in the middle most of the time. That's because players are stupid and they leave the ball in the middle, Calyx. Why do they do that? Why do they leave the ball in the middle? Do you like double 50-50s? I don't. I would rather not decide a series with a double 50-50. I'd rather decide it with midfield play, rotations, boost management, and passing. You know, it's a much more interesting way to decide a game. Of course, in the current meta, everybody kills the ball in the middle. They kill it dead. Two players bounce off the ball. Then in come the cheaters. They bounce off the ball. And then there's two people in the back with boost. They come in. They bounce off the ball. We're like, okay, I guess we're all just going to do dead ball 50-50s on kickoffs. It seems good. Like, I hate that. I absolutely despise it. This is why the teams that have the best percentage of pressure on kickoffs are teams who don't try and cheat and don't kill the ball in the middle. It's the future of Rocket League, I'm telling you. Alright. It's good by Yukeo not to go up for this. Flame should just score that. I don't know what on earth. We need to see this from Flame's POV. How has he missed this? I don't know what is going on here. Excellent pass. This is like absolute tap in. Okay. This is a caster aerial right here. What a clear by Flame. What a clear. It's harder to miss that, and he's saved it. Oh dear, Yukeo, what is this? Alright, so double jump challenging is really overpowered when you're near walls if you air roll and land properly, which we didn't. What a landing by Yukeo. I do like double jump challenge. Oh, cheeky, we're missed the boost though. Could have maybe secured it. But yeah, I like double jump challenging like that if you can actually land on the wall. Okay. Excellent job not going for a pointless block there. A lot of players would have realized that they're second to the ball in that situation, that Flakes is going to beat you to the ball, or beat Yukeo to the ball here, for example, and then they try and go for a flying block, land on the back of their car, take a million years to rotate back. But now Yukeo identified that he's second to the ball, turned around, maybe wasted a little bit of boost. We could have probably had more boost and been here at the exact same time. But the right idea. A lot of ball side rotations happening in this game. That's probably the biggest difference that you'd see. But even in 2017, April 2017 when this game happened, one of the biggest differences between the very top teams in our LCS and the teams that were very mechanically good, like all these players in the lobby, have the mechanical ability, they have the speed to compete with the best in the world, but they fell apart with rotations, and it's things like this, like Flame rotating back in the wrong direction. So let's just take a look at what Flame does. So he's going straight back here, and that usually ends up being a problem. Not immediately, but further down the line. If Flame just rotates away from the ball here, he can identify, okay, the ball's going to come towards me. My team are going to try and clear down this line. I should vacate that area. I should make space here, not clog it. And you can see that happening now. Now we've got everybody in the same place instead of Flame rotating around the back where Flakes is. That's a bit more of a normal rotation, a wider rotation. So that's why we end up with players all in the same place like this, and why you always hear people talk about rotation being so important, but without actually explaining what is rotation. Well, rotation is making space for your teammates to do stuff. So I credited Yuki earlier for not going for a pointless block. I know he goes for a pointless block. It's not a disaster. When you're furthest man forward, I guess you could afford to do that. But I wouldn't usually bother myself. It's probably better to just drive up here, pressure the ball, and then just make sure that you don't take yourself out of the game. Like, if Yukeo just drives forward here, fakes a challenge, he might be able to go for a bump. Like, Stocky makes that touch, Yukeo might be able to bump Stocky, he might be able to turn around and just stop Stocky from messing up the whole team. Stocky just took everybody out of the game there by himself. He 3v1. Yukeo took himself out of the game. Oh, this is the deciding game. Oh my goodness, the context is really important. So this is the last game in a best of 7. And you're down by a goal. Please don't tell me you own goal in overtime or something. That's going to be a shame. Alright, so that boost, it was actually there. That's just a replay glitch. The boost was there. One thing you guys have done very well is not boost starving each other on kickoffs, which I am impressed by. Because back then, especially back into 2017, like, players that were so boost hungry on kickoffs, and the guy who actually did the kickoff would get none, because there's literally no boost left. Wait. Oh no, Yukeo, don't tell me you own gold. Wait, what just happened? How did you miss this? This is the second time that this has happened, where Yukeo's just kind of been facing the wrong way. We started off the game with this happening. Stocky going for a clear, Yukeo is backwards. Flame going for a clear, or Flake's going for a clear, Yukeo's backwards. And look what else is happening. We just talked about this exact same problem not too long ago. Look who's coming back in the wrong direction. It's our boy Flame. Not only that, he's turned off ball cam. It's your job, if you're rotating out, not to drive into your teammates. If you happen to be rotating back towards the teammate, get out of their way. Side flip, double jump, make sure you don't hit them. Flame is far too concerned here with what the ball is doing, and not enough of dodging Yukeo. And also, just the rotation is a bit unnecessary in the first place. After this play is done, I wouldn't mind Flame just flipping to the left here, get into the midfield. You don't need to rush straight back down the line. This is a ball side rotation, is what you call this. It's a ball side rotation. You're rotating back into defense the same way the ball is moving. And in 3v3, that's generally, I say generally because of course everything is situational, but it's generally the wrong way to rotate. Stuff like this happens. You just bump each other, and then suddenly you have absolutely no formation. Your whole team is just in one spot. Happens very often, even in high level games to this day. Alright, let's absolutely clang this. Oh dear. So what happened here is Yukeo didn't transfer he didn't get the entire weight of his ball or his car to go through the ball. If you look at this shot, Yukeo's dodging to the left of this ball. He should be dodging like straight through the center of gravity of that ball. Probably with a side flip, honestly, because he's got no boost, and if he wants to generate some power here, get that side flip. You could actually probably have hit this in the volley and make it at least difficult to save. But yeah, there is the Irombo by Yukeo. Probably had time to wait for the bounce there. Of course, he'd need to fake the run up a little bit, at least fake a volley, then fade away, run back in for the half volley. Right, half volley in the wall. Also missing power. So this is something that I'm sure a lot of you guys have problems with in your own games. If you keep on doing this, where you're trying to go for one of those massive Irombo clears off the back wall, Yukeo did wait for the bounce, 10 out of 10 for that, because you get the ball to bounce off the wall, then you add to the power. What he didn't do is he didn't wait for the ball to bounce before driving up the wall, and he just drove up too far, hit it with his roof. If he'd waited underneath the ball and then he clips it with the nose of the car, it would go much further. Alright, so this is pretty standard 2017 defensive positioning. This sort of entrance into the back of the goal here. Yukeo, at this point, boost is at a premium. He's looking for pads. I don't really hate that he's looking for pads there. Some players would go up on the back wall, but back wall didn't look to be threatened by blue team. Another very bad clear this time. Let's take a look at what Flame did wrong here, because this is very interesting. So, where does Flame need to hit this ball for it to be safe? He just needs to keep it on the wall. Modern days, some players would even go for a catch on the wall here. Just simply catch it, push it across the crossbar. But Flame, same thing as Yukeo, just arrives a little bit, or this time actually, hits it with the. Did he miss it entirely? I think he might have missed it entirely. It's hard to say. It's moving so slowly. Yeah, he didn't time his arrival right. Same thing as Yukeo. Why you guys are all spamming a Rombo still? I guess everything is pretty much like the opposite of an Arombo. Yukeo doing the same mistake. Both Yukeo and Flame, well, Flame previously, now Yukeo, should have been able to put those balls into much more safe locations. But they're not putting their balls in safe locations. They're just leaving their balls wide out in the open for flakes to come in and drive into, and that's painful. You don't want to do that. That's not comfortable. All right, get that boost. Yes. To Veeks, to Flame, to Veeks. All right, so we're chilling. I don't mind you're not committing to that because 46 seconds is plenty of time. We can just go for some consistent pressure. That's good. A lot of players would have just gone up for that and thought, this is my moment. 46 seconds, I'm scoring the equalizer. Oh, we missed. Hit the bar, we lose. So this is patient play. What is Stocky doing? This is such an unnecessary bump by Stocky. It doesn't really do anything. Like it's just annoying when players do that. They're just chasing you and you're like, why? Like, I can easily dodge this and you're just taking yourself out of the game. He's got the Pashi car, by the way, to Stocky. There is the tie game. Oh dear. I'm just allergic to all these missed clears. I can't look at this. Man, so many ball side rotations. It's literally the entire team chilling out in one spot all game long. Like, why are we all here? So Flame's here because he just got challenged. Deveeks, I don't know why Deveeks drives in here. Yeah, see this? It's like very much hiding under the ball. It's just now Flame wasn't actually at fault here. He just got beat to the ball and landed. But Deveeks hasn't rotated here. He's just gone for boost. He should be back post. Yukeo, in fairness, is probably the person who's least to blame here, because that dodge that he did was getting out of Flame's way. The fact that Flakes has centered the ball is really, really good. And I think Yukeo, when you see this, when you see Deveeks in the corner, you just made the mistake of joining both your teammates in the corner deliberately. Well, you can maybe do it if you shadow. If you turn to the left here and shadow, you're good. But you don't. You turn to the right. You're gambling on a clear happening. You're gambling on Deveeks hitting the ball with 20 seconds left. You're already winning. That doesn't seem necessary to me. That seems a little bit unnecessary. I need to see this clear by Flame as well. Flame's been having a bit of a hard time with his clears off the back wall. Not able to get the ball to safety again. The thing to do here would just be to get to the right of the ball and hit it like left. You don't even have to hit it hard. Just hit it anywhere left, and you're good. Rewind back after the dunk after a slow motion. Oh no, what happens? What is coming up? So we're game 7. 15 seconds left. Tie game. I can already see that insult Brian's going to have coming my way pretty soon. So definitely 2016 Yukeo, you can see very much gambling on his team winning 50-50s a lot. Every time that Flame or Deveeks are going in for a challenge, he's like, okay, well, this could work out. Oh no, it didn't. Maybe that early commitment is unnecessary. Definitely if you're winning with 20 seconds left. Oh dear. Okay. Just take your time, Flame. No, don't. Okay. I was like, no, don't pass it to him. They're going to keep it up. They're going to... I was like, oh no, if Flake somehow catches this, oh, we're good. It did hit 0. This boost bug on kickoffs, man. Yeah, people are... Yeah, SEO, you're kind of memeing it a little bit, dunked again, but that is a big part of 3v3, is don't get dunked on as third man. Whatever you do, get the clear ball past the guy in front of you. Don't take a risk. Don't think, I might be able to get it over the top of this guy's head. I might be able to get it past this guy just a little bit and maybe take a long shot, maybe take a cheeky pass. Make sure you get the ball to safety. It's number 1. Rocket League's about taking opponents out of the game, primarily, and then after they're out of the way, you put the ball in the net. Because every shot on a defended net is really just a pass to the opponent. Alright, almost a good read there. An excellent landing as well. Look at that gorgeous Cuban mouse half flip. That's what you want to see. Honestly, blue team are making a lot of the same mistakes as well. They're thinking a bit too much about what they're doing, not thinking about what you guys are doing. They're not trying to counter that. Oh dear. Okay, we're good. Yep, that block was necessary. Oh my goodness, it's just very cagey here. Looking for a 50-50, but difficult to find when you're so low on boost. I think, did this boost like literally just spawn as you left? No, it's still not there. I didn't see anybody take it. That's a decent little passing play. All right, Yukeo. Okay, right. Listen, Yukeo. I don't know if you're aware that you can drive on the walls in Rocket League. It's a very, very efficient, very fast way of traveling. I don't know if you're aware of that, because I've spotted this. Let me just show you what kind of gave this away. Is this lovely little yellow line that you've left for us to enjoy. Looks really nice. I mean, it is an Alpha Boost trail. Very, very nice trail. But yeah, you realize if you drive up the wall, you can actually get to this ball faster and more efficiently. Just drive up the wall. Just drive up the wall. Where are we going? We're literally flying beside the wall. I don't know why. Now we have 41 boost and we're backwards instead of at least hitting the ball really hard and having way more boost. Wanted to improve your reads. Yeah, I think, your first ever ESL monthly finals, game 7, overtime, 3-all. Seems like a good time to practice your reads. I couldn't agree more. Right, look at that. Let's get the dunk. No wave dash as well. Probably wave dashing, not really a popularity. Or not very popular right now. Get the read. Oh, Defeeks just got it. Necessary to go for a block there. And there as well, but not good enough, unfortunately, for Yukeo and the gang. This is unfortunate. But there's one more thing that we could say before we round this one out. So, okay. This happens a lot in Rocket League. Your teammate gets a clear into the corner, and then you're thinking, right, I'm going to get in that corner, pressure the ball, I'm going to catch up to this ball, turn that bad clear into my ball. But most of the time, you just end up getting beaten to the ball. Even without the team bump here by Defeeks onto Flame, Lottie's going to win the race to that ball. And if the ball does ping out into your defensive corner like this, it's probably better to just stay in goal. Flame should just stay in goal here. You should just realize, I'm not catching that ball. It's going the same speed as my car is. We're not going to catch up to that. Much more important to defend the goal, or at least look for an interception or whatever Lottie's going to do with this. See a misidentification of his role in the play there, and this could have been easily saved as well. This definitely was a pretty easy save if Flame doesn't pre-jump. This is a pre-jump. You see that? There's the impact of the car taking off before the ball has even been hit. Are you pre-jump saving this with the majority of the time? Absolutely not. Not even in 2018 modern day Rocket League. No one is pre-jump saving this shot the majority of the time. Yeah, you needed that boost. Right, yeah. You need to defend the goal is what you need to do. And then Defeeks would have had the boost, and then Defeeks would have rotated in and probably saved this. But yeah, I don't know why we're pre-jumped here. Flakes a shot. Might go into an unstoppable location, but at least make him try. It would have been a simple save. Interesting stuff, though. That was for a tier 3 sub for Ezio. I thought we'd go into a little bit more detail than I usually do on this one, because it is, a pretty interesting game. You think after the ESL monthly finals afterwards, it's very picky played pretty good compared to that. It wasn't terrible here. Just, some, definitely rotational problems. And definitely, playing for unnecessary win conditions a bit too much, taking way unnecessary risks, but there was promise. There was definitely signs of promise, and like I said, Yukeo doesn't really need to. I didn't do this for the purpose of Yukeo. The focus for this was just general review rather than, all right, let me make Yukeo a better player, because I can't really help Yukeo now by looking at him a year ago. You know what I mean? But a lot of you guys can learn a lot by looking at Yukeo a year ago. You can remember scoring some crazy goals, but maybe the rotation... Yeah, the rotation is sometimes just not all there, especially a year ago. Lots of ball side rotation in defense. Always happens.